All right, man. Welcome back to Adventures in Trucking. Y'all guys know they've been with us for a minute. We do as much as we can on our own. We do everything we can to save a dollar. So here's another DIY fix here. These tires on this rear of Tia are getting low. We were below the minimum requirement for the depth, tread depth. You can see right here, we are really low, and this is not the worst one. But we have started regrooving this tire because it is regroovable. And here's a section that I've already done. I'm about to pull it out. It comes out that. Let's see. Get that section out. And then it comes out. So you're gonna watch me cut another little piece. I gotta trim this little part off right here. There you go. Let's cut a fresh piece so you can see the whole process. My cutter blade is a little too thin here. I would like to have a wider one to come in different widths. So I may have to go back and make another pass in here to clean it out the way I want. But man, if y'all are interested, hit us up in the comment section. Bring me your tires and I'll regroove them for you. This is a way to save money. This is a way to keep running the tires that you have. If you have, usually starting at a 17.5. So a 17.5, 19.5, 22.5, 24.5s, they are usually regroovable. In this case, this tire is a low pro tire. And the tire distributors here in this area will not give you a core value or case, what we call a case value for the tire. If it was 11R 22.5 and not a low pro like this tire, some manufacturers will still give you a case value for it, kind of like a core charge, like on a battery or whatever, alternator. You take and give them your old battery and they give you 20 bucks for the old battery off of the price of a new battery. Because this is a low profile tire, they do not give me a case value for this tire. So I figured I might as well regroove this tire and run this tire for another 4 to 6 months. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm interested to know. I'm gonna write the date on the inside of it when I get done. See how long, and I'll write the miles on it. See how many miles I get out of it after I regroove it. So, you look on the side of the tire and they will say on there, regroovable, right there. Can you read it, Hot Shot? So it says right on the side of the tire that it's regroovable. So that's what we're doing. We're going to regroove this tire. I'm going to keep on running it so I can get my maximum value or maximum dollar worth out of it. And surprisingly, because these are the rear tires, the rear ones look like this. The front ones look still amazing. Front ones look still honestly 75-80%. All right, welcome back. This is the completion of the first tire. Just thought we would show you guys what it looks like. So this one took us I don't know, probably about an hour and a half. We'll be kind of off and on, back and forth, just kind of taking our time and really kind of messing around, doing some other things as well. But between me and Hot Shot Shorty, we've been on it together. Honestly, probably about an hour and a half. But this is the finished product. We got a lot more depth here now. I'm not going to recut these grooves here because that would make each one of these lugs a individual floating lug. And what ends up happening is they start scalloping, where you get one leading edge of the lug will be higher than the front. Then the next one will be like this. Then the next one will be like that. And they start getting a scaled look to them where each one will rise up a little bit higher. So I'm going to leave them as a continuous row here now, continuous pattern all the way down through here. And I'm not going to cut these across here to individualize them. This is just to buy more time out of this tire. You can see we've cut really deep in here. So that is definitely going to give us, I would say this is probably about 60 to 70% of what the original groove depth was on the tire. You can look down right there. I don't know if that's going to show up on camera for y'all, but anyhow, you have a guide that you go by, and this triangle right here tells you how deep you can regroove to. So when I set my cutting blade on my grooving tool, I put it beside the tire here and made sure that my depth didn't go past this line right here, which is still a little bit above the tip of this triangle right here. So man, that's one. It's looking like a tire again, not looking like a drag slick anymore. We are gonna run these bad boys all the way to the bottom. So we'll start on the second one And if you're interested, if you want us to groove some tires for you, we can do it. Y'all hit us up in the comment sections, and we'll talk price and things later. All right, man. It's Monday afternoon, 1:30. We got this load on here. We're in Blue Ridge, Georgia. This is going to Moraine, Ohio. This is right outside of Cincinnati. So y'all already know the deal, man. It's not good rates out here right now. It's not horrible rate. I don't run horrible rates for me, and everybody knows where their number is. This is not a horrible rate for us. It's not a great rate, but once we get up into that Cincinnati area, Ohio, I should say, it'll just be a lot better options. Man, Georgia is trying to be like Florida out here, so it is just not great. But we got 8,000 pounds on the trailer, easy ride, strap it and ride, no tarp, no chain. We'll run this up there, be up there tonight with this, and then see what we can get for tomorrow. So we'll check with y'all when we get to Ohio and get unloaded. All right, man, it's just a little quick one. We're somewhere in Ohio, countryside Ohio. It's beautiful out here. We are pulled in this little roadside gas station. We're on county roads and state roads because where we're going to pick up, we will not be taking the interstate to get there. We're actually behind here, but what we did was we pulled behind this little gas station right there, the white building. And we stopped and go ahead and fix lunch. So busted out the generator, hooked up the microwave, warmed up some chicken salad that my wife made. This is smoked chicken salad. We smoked some chicken on the grill, then she pulled the chicken and made smoked chicken salad out of it. A couple bratwursts, a couple drinks. I did go ahead and fill my generator up with gas while we were here. I just pulled up to the pump and just gassed the generator up right on the back of the truck. And so, yeah, man, we're just having lunch, and then we'll make it to our pickup stop, picking up here in Ohio, and that'll be going over to Virginia. So thought we'd just give you guys a quick little update. Okay, man, we got a little bit of a mechanical issue going on here. We're in Charleston, West Virginia, and we were at Western Branch Diesel. Hot Shot Shorty was in here last week when he was running the truck. We had a problem with the transmission control module. It still had the original one in here, which, as it turns out, those were problematic, and it had never been changed on this truck. So last week we had to have a new transmission control module put in here, and it had to be reprogrammed and married up to the truck and that whole thing. So we're going down the road today, hit a really stiff bump as we're going over the expansion joint coming onto a bridge, and it threw a daggone check transmission, put the truck in limp mode. We're trying to come through the mountains of West Virginia, and so the truck was just stuck in sixth gear. If you shut the truck off, it did erase the code or the check transmission light, but since when it happened and we were only 30 minutes away from here where he was last week and had that repair made, we thought we would just go ahead and come back here and let them go through this transmission again. So yeah, man, we're here in Charleston, West Virginia, South Charleston Industrial Park. SCIP. They call it Skip. And so we just met Steve here. Steve has got a job that he does here around the property, and he was just telling us, so we figured we would give Steve a shout out, man. So here's to you, Steve. Look us up on YouTube, man, and leave a comment. We appreciate it. Okay, guys, we're here in West Virginia. This is my mechanic that worked on my truck. We had an issue with the transmission here. I'll let him tell you all about it. Introduce yourself, tell us where you work, and tell us what you had to do for us.
I'm Russ here at Western Branch Diesel. The issue we had with this truck was had a little bit of a connection problem with both the turbine speed sensor and the oil level sensor. Turned out just to be a bad connection on the transmission. And we had a little bit of issue where the customer wanted a little bit of change in how the shifting went. So we went and got a new calibration put in for him. Hopefully it takes care of these shift problem.
Yeah, man. So I'm excited to see what that new calibration is like. This is Allison approved repair facility, and so I did ask about that. So he got online with Allison, emailed them. They sent him back a program. He downloaded it. So you know, a lot of you guys have been following the channel. You know that sometimes these M2s may feel a little sluggish or whatever, or you might feel like you need a few more RPMs. So he got them on the line, and they sent them a program that should give us a few more RPMs in the shift points, right?
That's what we're hoping for.
Okay, yeah, so gear 3, 4, and 5, we should have a few more RPMs where the gears run out a little bit longer. We'll report back to you guys and let you know how it goes, man. But this place right here, man, fantastic people. We just want to put them on camera. We appreciate the work that they did for us here today. We're going to go inside and get the office crew if they'll allow us to film in there, and we'll put those folks on camera as well, man. Good place, man. Once again, what's the name of the place?
Western Branch Diesel.
Where are you located?
South Charleston, West Virginia.
Man, yeah, if you got a Cummins, what else y'all work on? Detroit?
Detroit's, Cummins, Allison.
Okay.
We also do Spartan motorhomes, Freightliner custom chassis.
Yeah, okay.
We got a pretty wide spectrum.
Yeah. Look over there, man. They even work on the county fire trucks. That's the big boy. So, man, this is the place they can get it done for you. So, yeah, we just want to share that, man. When we meet good people out here on the road, people that, man, take care of us, you know, they allowed us to come out here and groove our tires while they were working on the truck. We cleaned up the mess that we made here. You know, just so you guys know my background, man. You know, you leave the place better than you found it. So we swept up and everything, and we appreciate his work. So I'm gonna let him finish getting that together. We'll go inside and pay our bill and be back on the road. Hopefully get our load delivered today. Okay, guys, we are at, we're in, was it South Charleston?
South Charleston, West Virginia.
South Charleston, West Virginia.
Western Branch Diesel.
Western Branch Diesel. So we had to have a repair on the truck. I just want to bring you guys inside and meet Melinda and Chris. So
hey.
This is who we met when we came in. They work behind the counter here in service. And what are y'all's titles? Tell us what you do.
The first faces you'll see, we are CSR representatives.
Okay. So, yeah, we came in. We saw them. They got us to the mechanic out back. So long story short, we got a new program in the transmission of the truck. We found what the issue was as far as why it was going into a check transmission in a D-rate mode. Chris, you want to talk to that a little bit?
Yeah, he had a code for oil level sensor. Ended up doing some diagnostics and found a pin loose in the wiring harness, and he wanted some shift parameters changed. So we sent an email to Allison TAC and got him taken care of.
So yeah, man, I've been really, really happy with the service here. But here's what I wanted to make mention of on this channel. Just good people. Everybody's really laid back. You know, sometimes you go to different places, everybody's crabby, everybody's crotchety. People sorry they came to work today. We did not experience that here at all. So it's been nothing but the same smiling faces you see right now.
That's right.
They's been just great service. So man, just, you know what, we appreciate Melinda and Chris. Our mechanic in the back, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
appreciate great customers. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, man, if you guys need something here in this South Charleston, is it?
3100 McCorkle Avenue Southwest. Very important part. South Charleston, 25303.
Okay. And what's the phone number?
304-744-1511.
Man, this is my second time here.
Service department.
So if I'm in the area again, I know where I'm coming. So yeah, what other brands y'all work on here?
What other brands?
Yeah, what
Cummins,
other brands?
Detroit, Allison, Mercedes. So
We try.
They got all the big ones. They got all the big ones covered, y'all. They got all the big ones covered. But I guarantee you, man, you come here, you're gonna meet nice people. You'll have a good experience. So Check them out if you're in the area. Thank y'all. Alright guys, this is Hotshot Shorty here, just gonna just talk to you guys while Dad is filming. We are picking up 3 Kawasaki mules from a Boy Scout camp where they do the World Jamboree and where they do the National Jamboree. A lot of you guys may not know, but I am an Eagle Scout. I haven't been to the World or National Jamboree, but I have been here before. When I was in the Army, my unit built the firing range here, which is not, it's actually on the other side of the park where we might pass it on the way out. But yeah, my unit, we built the firing range for this Boy Scout camp. And I recognized one of the gas stations that we drove by. When we first came in, I recognized a gas station because me and a couple of my privates and one of the sergeants, we just stayed up in there in the morning, lunch. We just stayed up in there. We was always up in there. So I recognized it when we came over the hill and we were at the light, and I was like, that gas station, I've been around here before. And I was like, yeah, I know exactly where I'm at. We built the firing range back here, and then the road, if you take that road, it'll take you right to where the Boy Scout reserve is. But our truck GPS took us all the way down the main road and then all around the backside, and then we came back down on the road, and sure enough, right there on the corner, there's a place called Cold Spot, and like their logo is like a buffalo, and I was like, yep, that's it. And if you make a left right here, across the bridge, there's like this old time bank. And sure enough, we came around the corner, across the bridge, there was the bank, and I was like, I've been here before, and drove right. Yep, I recognized, you know what I'm saying, where I was, and this was back in 2017 when I was still in the Army, but I still, you know what I'm saying, recognized exactly where I was, and we built the firing range. We built a ammo bunker, or ammo, like, depot for them to store ammo or whatever, and we built a road, like we paved, or not paved, but we did, we carved out a road to get to the range, and the road that leads all the way in from the main road. Our unit did a lot of stuff because I was in an engineer unit. Well, I was a combat engineer, but the unit that I was attached to for this project was they were horizontal engineers, which focused mainly on horizontal structures, so sidewalks, roads, you know, stuff like that. Vertical engineers, they specialize in things that are built vertically, buildings, stuff like that. Whereas, like I said, the horizontal guys, they focus on roads and bridges and stuff like that. Did you also do demo?
Well, the combat engineer guys, they are, not to say that the other engineers can't, but generally the combat engineers, at least in my brigade, the combat engineers were the guys who focused on demolitions and explosives, which is what my unit did. We, in fact, if you watch the movie American Sniper, the unit that I was in, the 119 Sapper Company, was the unit that was in that movie with Chris Kyle overseas in Afghanistan when he was overseas. And of course the movie is based off his life and all that, but that was my unit. You can see my unit patch on the soldiers in that movie and everything. So it was a little short history about my unit. And the 1092nd Engineer Brigade was overseas in support of spec ops and whatnot. But yeah, we're just gonna we got 3 Kawasaki mules on here. We're just gonna chop up some road and run it straight through and make our way to Columbus, Ohio. That's pretty much the plan. See y'all in Ohio.
Okay, man, we just want to report back to you guys. As you've been with us, you know that we had a new tune put into the transmission of Tia. Had a little slight transmission issue, which turned out to be just a loose wire. But while we were at Western Branch Diesel, we had them. I did go ahead and request them to reprogram the transmission for me. So as it turns out, there was a little bit to be left on the table. Was a little bit more to be had. So the technician there at Western Branch Diesel emailed Allison, told him what we were doing with the truck. You know, explained to him what kind of what the performance was like. He sent that information to Allison, and they responded literally probably in 20-30 minutes. Sent him a email back that contained a new tune for the transmission. So where we are now, we're on the S5 performance limited tune for this Allison transmission. It's a 3000 series Allison. This is not the Allison transmission in the dually trucks. It's at least 2 models above that. It may be 3. But in any event, this is the performance limited tune. So what it does is it gives you more RPM in each shift from 2, 3, 4, and 5. It holds the gears longer. The problem or situation that I had was that, you know, it was shifting gears around 1400 RPMs. It would want to shift gears, and you know, if you're loaded or if you're pulling a hill right when you needed to just kind of hold a little longer, give you more RPMs, more rev, and just kind of lean into it a little bit, what I call leaning into the strap. You gotta lean into the load a little bit. It would shift gears. It wasn't horrible. This truck does not pull as fast, or doesn't feel like the dually trucks pull. They are definitely faster. My Ram is faster than this truck, but what I gain in safety, what I gain in weight of this truck, what I gain in ride comfort of this truck, what I gain in security, more, I guess, composure with more weight is worth the trade-off to me. I'm not in no hurry. I don't get paid by the hour. So the situation is that they put the new tune in it. We've been all through Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, Western Virginia, all through the mountains and hills, and 6, 7, 8, 9% grades now for the last 2.5, 3 days. I can tell you feel the difference. You guys out there that got the M2s and you're wondering, you know, man, is there a little bit more to be had? They told me that these transmissions are generally programmed from the factory in kind of like an economy mode, where they can try to get the best economy they can out of them. My thought was, you know, if I'm running this truck commercially, I need all the performance, I need all the power there is to be had. I don't want to have a weak truck, you know, and bad economy. So I'd rather have the performance. I'd rather have the power, the pulling like I needed to do. I needed the truck to do truck things. So with that new program in the transmission, it's doing that. There's no sense in having a weak truck, you know, and, you know, saving half a mile per gallon. So I am thoroughly pleased with the S5 performance tune that they put into the truck. You can definitely feel the difference, man. So, you know, if you guys got, I'll just say an M2 chassis, not even a sport chassis, but if you have an M2 chassis, M2 106, and you need a little more, take it to an Allison authorized, you know, service center, and see whether or not, first of all, see what tune you're on, to see, you know, because they're telling me it's 1 through 5, so S1 through S5. And if you're not, you know, getting what you need, find out what tune or what level you're on, what shift program you're on, and maybe bump up 1 or 2 or whatever. Like I said, as it turns out for me, we are on S5 now, and with the extra RPMs that I'm getting, it literally feels like the truck is stronger. It literally feels like I got more horsepower. You know, I'm able to just, I mean, me and Hot Shot Shorty both were able to feel the difference just right away. And of course, Western Branch Diesel is in West Virginia, so when you come out of the shop, you back on the interstate, you're back on the hills. Yeah, we could tell right away. We could tell right away that the improvement was there. So yeah, check out your shift programs and your Allison automatic transmissions.